Though we took a bit of a departure route in regard to the last content pack with Jurassic World Evolution 2 through the late Cretaceous expansion, we are going back into the Dominion, what's the word I'm looking for? Application territory. Of course, this serving as a tie-in to the film of the same name that released last June, which of course makes sense in regard to franchises that are evolving themselves or perhaps have evolved into from the cinematic space into the video gaming one. There's a natural integration between different facets of content, and fittingly for Dominion, like we started with the Dominion Biosyn expansion, we're now going to the island of Malta, which at this point, to be perfectly clear, I've yet to watch Dominion. I fully intend to, I just haven't gotten around to it. There's so much stuff I've got working against me in that process at the moment, not to Dominion discredit. I'm still going to judge it myself, even though I understand maybe got mixed reception. It financially did very well, but it's just a circumstantial factor in regards to scheduling. I've got a lot of hoops I'm trying to jump through with things, and a lot of content I got to catch up on. So at some point I will watch Dominion. I believe this would be one of the locations that would be referred to in the movie, considering this is being expanded on in the Jurassic World Evolution video game series. And it's been a pretty, interesting game to cover at this point. Although I've said before many times, my preferred genre doesn't necessarily float into the creator game territory space, but I'm always open in regard to broad taste and checking things out, and I've taken a very extensive look at both iterations of a Jurassic World Evolution era for the first game release and this one. Currently, I actually own the first game. I haven't played it yet, but I have it on hand, as I long said I would get it, and I finally did. I'm waiting until Jurassic World Evolution 2 recedes in price a bit, but I fully intend to play this game as well, try it for myself in terms of creating, my ambition is to create a Jurassic World park campus in the winter time climate. That's what I wanted to do, because that snowy environment just spoke to me immediately. And, I want to be able to introduce several dinosaur species at this point in terms of Dominion releases. I have my eye on the Pyroraptor, in fact, a whole legion of them. That's such a pretty dinosaur. But let's see what this expansion pack introduces. I have a couple of the names pulled up in reference to some of their other content releases, but I also have the announcement trailer and the launch trailer, which will give us a good feel of what these dinosaurs look like in-game. And perhaps based on looks and aesthetics, which dinosaur is my favorite will determine that. But we'll start with the announcement trailer and then float right into the launch trailer after we watch this and introduce ourselves to the dinosaur types being added in as we widen our array of friendly species, or perhaps foes, for our park. But, again, I like the creative freedom here of Jurassic World Evolution. It really has impressed me as a game, especially as Jurassic World Evolution as a property takes a break in the cinematic space and seems to really launch in the gaming world. Like, there's been so many issues, and that's, again, we've talked about that before in terms of franchises. It makes sense. Like, there's a bunch of other mainstream movie cinematic properties that are doing that because the gaming landscape is very popular and has wide activity. But it surprises me in terms of the extent of Jurassic World's jump in, just how many properties have released and how successful many of them have been, including, I would say, for example, maybe the Evolution games, the Aftermath games are some of my favorites in terms of the story. Let's take a look and see the expansion of Jurassic World Evolution as it builds with more variety. And again, this is the announcement trailer. We'll just segue right into the launch one after this. But this is the first tease. I'm just trying to get good baseline and appearances. Okay, new locations. Do we get new dinosaurs? Yes. That's a really cute first one. And that one too. It's a bit bird-like. I love the designs of the dinosaurs. I imagine a lot of them are customized to this game, but they're quite pretty, and it recently came out in terms of December 8th. I'm a bit late in covering this game, so apologies for that, in terms of updating myself with the new content drops. The first of the dinosaurs was quite pretty. Bit smaller, seems friendly. The bird one is actually really interesting. I'm assuming the third dinosaur in the lineup is this neatly designed, like T-Rex type looking dinosaur. I mean, it's got a beautiful design, kind of like the Indominus in many ways, and I do like the specialized aesthetics to each dinosaur that makes them individual species, or subspecies, I guess. So that's the announcement teaser, and with it you also get 3 islands, and so in growth and locations. And I like the desert climate too. I might build a camp there as well. Can you build multiple in the scope of Jurassic World? I'd love to know. Or do you have to have just one primary base? Anyway, that is the first teaser. This is the official launch trailer. So let's see if it gives a bit of a deeper dive on the species. But so far, I'm impressed. Hang on. All right.
Change. That's a word I hear tossed around a lot lately.
They'll probably go over the types.
Well, if there's one thing I know never
They have
changes,
in the past.
it's money. Either you have it or you want it. Around here, the commodity is dinosaurs.
I think a lot of us are a case of a ladder in her scenario.
You can sell them.
Oh, the climate's quite beautiful.
Business is real good.
I'm assuming all this ties into the movie.
Every desert has an oasis. Malta's no different. You can build something special here from nothing. There aren't many places like that anymore. To succeed, you need to find a buyer you trust. One that has your back. Look, you're gonna have to learn on the fly, so be prepared for anything.
Some recognizable faces from other Jurassic World iterations.
Chaos. You can come to Malta with your big plans. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
That's a cute Presents Vet advert, so I guess they didn't go over the dinosaur types. We have a couple to work off of, at least in what's been mentioned explicitly by name. Here, let me pull those names up, in fact. We have... Hang on. So the channel currently only lists 2, or the Jurassic World Evolution 2 channel, I should specify. One is the Listosaurus. I'm assuming that's the cute one. And then the Atrociraptor. That's the one with the fancy design on the back, I think. Or maybe it's a different one that they're mentioning. No, I think it is. Maybe there's 4 dinosaurs. I'm not exactly sure. Because I know they spotlighted that one end dinosaur and focus on the announcement trailer, so I'm wondering if that is another addition. Typically, it's been around 3 or 4. Mostly around 3. I don't know the name of the bird one, but currently I think the Lysosaurus is my favorite. It's just almost like pig-like in terms of watching him walk around in the ad. It's kind of cute. Almost like a farm animal with a very endearing face, if I have to be honest with you. Again, it might not do much, but, you know, it looks like fun company. I might put a couple of those in my intended park. And the bird-like one's kind of fun, too. Again, all the dinosaurs are very unique in their own way, and I do like the design aesthetics for each individual species. But my favorite, I think, is the Listosaurus. Again, I'm not an expert on dinosaur types, forgive me. No archaeologist. I'm just an enjoyer of a Jurassic World property. I just see dinosaurs, and I try to name off the species to the best of extent I can identify. Hopefully, they're usually given to me, because I rely on that. What are your guys' thoughts, though, with the Jurassic World Evolution game thus far? And how have you enjoyed it in regards to player experience as we wait for more content drops to unearth themselves and see more dinosaurs brought in, if that is if that is part of the plan here? I don't know exactly. It might be ending on this one. You know, all games sort of have their deadline date. I'm not sure if we're capping it off of Dominion Malta, but it seems like a good pack. Again, new locations, new dinosaurs. I'd love to hear, though, what your thoughts are down below and which of the 3 or 4 types coming, I'm not exactly sure on that note, is your favorite. Let me know down below, and where do you see perhaps them fitting into your park? What environment would you like to put them in? You know, Malta? Would you like to put them in a different place? I'd love to hear, again, your vision for how you would create your own individual park should you have the opportunity to play the game for yourself. And like I said, I have every intention to try it at some point when I am able to acquire the release. I'm just waiting for a little bit of a price reduction or sale. But from what I see, again, I've got a wide scope going in regard to offerings, and I'm excited to see, you know, the game flesh itself out more in its presence. If that might be a future content pack, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm, you know, currently, again, impressed with the layout thus far. A lot of variety. Thank you so much for watching this video. Before you bounce, feel free to drop a like and comment, subscribe to this channel with a ding on the bell, and share this video with your friends. And consider checking out the description here. There you'll find links to my other channels, as well as addresses to my other social media accounts and ways you can help support my work if you feel so inclined. May God bless you, and looking forward to when our paths cross again.